Hi, I'm Sam Stern and welcome to my new series, Eat Up. In this episode, I'm going to be making a gorgeous cheese souffle with an onion marmalade base. It's pretty foolproof, so you're going to really enjoy it. So first up, we're going to prepare the ramekins. So we've got some melted butter and we're just going to brush upwards, and this should help the souffle rise. Now, I'm not sure if this is completely true, but it's supposed to help. There we go, and the rest are done already. So now time for the white sauce. All you need is butter and flour to begin with. Simply put the butter into the pan, allow it to foam. So now the butter's foaming, what we want to do is just tip in the flour, and we'll just stir it together, and you cook it over a low heat for about 2 minutes until the flour is cooked through. Now, you've got to be careful that it doesn't burn, so don't go too high on the heat, just be patient. So now it's ready, we'll just take it off the heat and it's time to whisk. So we've got cider here, you just want to glug about a tablespoon's worth. And that adds just a lovely rich flavour. And we're going to put the milk in slowly, so you've got to be patient because then we'll get all of the lumps out hopefully by the end. So just keep going until the milk's used up. It should be lovely, smooth and glossy. So now this is smooth, we're just going to put it back onto the heat for a minute or so until the sauce thickens. So the sauce is thickened now, so you just want to remove that from the heat. We're going to let that sit while we put in some lemon juice, so about 2 teaspoons worth. Now you can adjust all of these things as you go on. We're going to put in some chives, it's about 4 chives that I've just snipped up quite finely. One of my favourite, Worcester Sauce. Followed by about 1 3/4 teaspoons of Dijon Mustard. Again, you can play around with the quantities depending on what sort of taste you're after. A good strong pinch of cayenne pepper. It just adds a lovely heat to the background of the cheese souffle and takes it to a different level. Then we're going to add 3 egg yolks. So this really thickens up the mix and makes it nice and rich. Second to last actually, we're going to add all of this cheese. So that's about 200 grams of cheddar, and now some salt and pepper. But again, don't put too much salt in because obviously the cheese is quite salty. And we want to combine all this together. So now we're just going to put this to one side and we'll get on with the egg whites. So we've got 4 egg whites here and we're just going to beat them until they're a stiff peak. So now it's a stiff peak, we can beat it into the batter. So this will make the whole thing lighter. So we take about a tablespoon's worth and just put it in to the mix. And then we're going to beat it in. It's called lightening the batter. And that will enable it just to become really light. Now, we're just going to tip the rest in. There we go. And then fold using a figure of 8 style. So just cut through the center and go around the outside. You want to do as few as possible, getting rid of all the lumps of egg white. So now the mix is fully combined. What we're going to do is just put a teaspoon of onion marmalade into the bottom of each of the ramekins. Now you can make this, I've got a recipe in my latest book, but I find that just using a shop bought one is just as good. We just have to transfer the mix gently into the ramekins, and the secret is not to be too piggy. Leave about 1 centimetre from the top. So there we go. Souffles are in. We just want to run our finger around the top and that just gives it greases the top, so it should give you that traditional souffle look. So now they're finished, we're going to put them in the oven at 200°C for about 10 minutes. Now you want to keep an eye on them, so they should have a slight wobble but be nice and golden brown on the top. And we can also put some cheese on for that extra golden top. So there you have it, my cheese souffle with an onion marmalade base, which is just divine. I hope you enjoy, subscribe if you like the recipe, and see you next time.